of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down. Right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, Mariota. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Tampa Bay.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A quick throw here out to Brown. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. Headed 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Got his man, Marquise Brown, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
1st and 10.
On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, I'd like to be in the huddle with him right now. You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I'd throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Leonard Fournette hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
Montez Sweat.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
they come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Leonard Fournette on the carry. Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Buccaneers, nothing.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And here comes Westbrook. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Cook. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one is incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here, as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 16 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now. Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mariota now. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. With it is Brown. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 22, Allen.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16. 1st down, Falcons.
1st and 10.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. It's a good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
At the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56.
Allen to throw once more. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
On the carry.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And that will be incomplete. Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. 35 yards that time on the punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
3rd and long here for Mariota. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Carrier.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Kamara. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lucky.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Intercepted.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
At the
so from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down by
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
On the keeper.
Marcus Mariota.
Tampa Bay.
His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Man over the left side is Brown. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass. Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Allen slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Terry McLaurin, 76 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. But not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing, Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They go play action. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
To throw is Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Mariota again. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And the carry on first down by Fournette is going to wind up losing yardage as he stopped for a loss of a couple. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Safe.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30.
Come on and get it.
Touchdown, Falcons. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now Mariota. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman.
Mariota's pass.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 yards on the play.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be stopped up as he could only muster a yard. So 4th down coming up on the other side as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run for it. Cook. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucs 2-yard line. Today's final score.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Atlanta, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,